YouTube thing, and this is the first time in 3 years doing a video for YouTube. A lot has happened since going through basic. That was a lot of fun. I don't remember a lot because, like I said, it was 3 years ago. So after basic, I went to Target, lost that job. Now I'm at Lowe's. I have a great work family right now that helps me out a lot with just, outside of work, but inside of work. I'm doing okay. A lot has changed in my life. Since last time I posted, I was part of CERT. I rejoined CERT for Linn County. I joined Polk County now. I'm also part of Team Rubicon. And on the disaster side of the Red Cross, I donated it felt like 5, but they said 3 times of plasma. But did that, but I stopped because my arm actually, I think the needle came out or something, and my arm was just so bruised. It hurt. But those me, I actually started donating blood, whole blood, back in high school, so it's been about 2006. So I still do that, maybe like 1 donation a year, if that. On that, not much. This something I never talked about, but I bought this jacket when I was in New Mexico about 2 years ago. It's made in China, nothing special, not a military thing. But I bought these patches. I don't know if you can see them. There was one, and then there was another one. And the reason why I wear them is because, one, sorry, my finger's in the way. Dang it. I'm trying to figure out a good spot to hold this thing. It's kind of difficult. The flag is because it's in peacetime. I did serve a little bit, but not a lot. And no, I'm not a veteran. I'm just prior service. So technically, if I want to go back in, I could. I did get kicked out because I can only do 29 push-ups instead of 30. So that is why I wear that patch. Plus, I'm a U.S. citizen. So my other patch on my other side says CERT, Community Emergency Response Team, is because that's something I've been doing for the last 9 years now. So that's a big part of my life. This year we had a water crisis in Salem. They had a blue algae thing going on, and it was interesting because it was traceable, meaning that it was barely toxic, just barely. It was traceable. It was not like, oh my God, everybody dies. No. It happens every year, but they made a big deal out of this year. They called up, at least that I know of, when I was out there for the first deployment, which was a Friday through Saturday thing, at least 11 CERT groups, like Marion County, all Salem was deployed, Silverton, Staten, Turner, Linn County was activated, Polk County was activated, I think Mount Angel, Polk County was activated. I'm not sure, who else was deployed during that time. The second time was almost 3 weeks, and I don't know who all got deployed on that one. And the second round was interesting because Woodburn started having problems with the water issue crisis thing. So up north, I don't know who all got activated to head down to Woodburn. I didn't do that. Team Rubicon, who I'm part of now, had set up some, I don't know if set up sites or already had Marion County Works set up some sites or whatever, but they helped out passing out, what do you call this thing? Packages of water. No, cases of water, sorry. Cases of water. And, it was like 2 cases per car, and they just dropped them in. They were saying, like, if you're young, don't drink the water. If you're old, don't drink the water. If you got pets, don't drink the water. If you're young, old, sick, pets, yeah. A lot of coffee shops shut down because of water. Food, same thing. It was interesting. I know Kaiser was on well water, so that's a good thing. When I was in Turner, the first round, it was interesting because there was a political thing where they weren't going to have a site for water dispersal, passing out water basically. And the county commissioner showed up, fought, tooth and nail to get that side up. The city mayor was there. The police chief, I thought, showed up. The governor never did. I never saw that. The governor never came down that I saw. But it was interesting because it was, political. But it was interesting because they actually got kind of scared and called out the National Guard from Portland, I think it was, or something like that, and brought in these water buffaloes. No, not water buffalo. That's what I'm used to, is the trailers. These were called water hippos. They're freaking huge, like 20 feet by at least 6 to 8 feet tall. Massive water. I mean, this thing holds over 2,000 gallons of water. And it was interesting going, who the heck's gonna need that much water? And then realized, and one day we gave out almost 700 gallons. We actually had a guy who wanted to fill up his RV, and I said, well, if you had the adapter, sure. But we had people bringing in 5-gallon jugs and different milk jugs to whatever you can put water in. It's all good. So we had that this year. See, when I'm working at Lowe's, we're actually past the major part of work right now, the peak season. We're gearing up for spring right now. So yay, we're going into dead season soon, or if not already into that. We actually got a good temporary crew called CMOS. It's a kick-ass group. Mostly what they do is receive and do paint and porcelain. And paint and porcelain, all you got to do is disperse the individual boxes of paint or 5-gallon buckets of paint or whatever to these pallets, which represents a store, and build a pallet, which takes time. And the same with the toilet. So what else? Not much. Dot the on the other side. Let's see, how do I stop this? Mute.